Oh, it's on. Okay, so yes, kids, you too can go to Brown University. um, I just wanted to shine some light on what Sir Antonio Taylor's been up to for the past 9 months since we have all crossed that stage back in San Francisco, California. Um, just want to thank Lexi for doing her thing with her really cool vlog with all the different frames and screenshots and all of this stuff and captions that I can't make happen. I'm just going to keep it simple though. So Lexi's out in Connecticut at the West, and I'm out here at Brown University in Rhode Island, Providence, um, where I've been working at for the past 5 months. And yeah, it's been a blast. I think I told a lot of you guys that I'd be shooting out to the East Coast and shooting out to Fall River, Massachusetts, and I got out to Massachusetts, but I didn't get to where I wanted to get to, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But it's all right. I wound up in the best place that I could ever really dream of, to be honest. I just remember that class we had where we talked about what we hoped to do after graduating and where we wanted to be, and I actually wound up being a little bit closer than I expected, to be honest. But let's scale it back a bit. Hit the rewind button. So, like I said, I didn't wind up where I wanted to wind up at. I was supposed to drive across country in a beat up old Nissan Pathfinder, and the damn thing broke down on me. 30 minutes out of San Francisco. And I was heartbroken, frustrated. I know a lot of you guys who I talked to were like, Antonio is really eager to get out of San Francisco. He's really eager to get out of the West Coast. And I was. And when that car broke down on me, I really wanted to just, you know, I had to kind of, pull things back and figure some things out. Can't drive out to the East Coast, so what am I going to do? So I actually wound up flying out to Boston with one cat. You guys know I had two cats. Left one back in San Francisco for a month, and then came back a month later to pick up the other cat. Wound up moving to Boston because where I was supposed to be living at in Fall River, you needed a car to get out there. So I needed to be in a place that I could still move around, make moves, and do what I needed to do to kind of get myself up and network and find a job. And so I spent 6 months in Boston, which is very similar to San Francisco for those who haven't had a chance to go out to Boston. I met a lot of cool people. Chrissy, Richard, you guys remember that we went to Apahi together in April of last year, connected with a contact all the way out in Boston. So I followed up with that, and that led me to a lot of different people. I literally went to about maybe like 15 different schools in that 6 month time frame. Met a lot of cool mentors, went to a couple conferences, and then when ish hit the fan and I needed money, I was just like, I need to find some form of work as we were creeping up on September, and wound up picking up a temp job out at Harvard University. And I was working as a kind of like a faculty assistant, faculty support, was working at what was it called? The Kennedy Institute on Politics, and was affiliated with Harvard for about 2-3 weeks, basically. And like I was telling you guys earlier, I wanted to head out to Fall River. South New England was the X on my map, and lo and behold, actually, an opportunity kind of opened up for me at Brown University, and so I wound up commuting for an hour and a half to get down to Brown University, which is right next to Massachusetts, but it's still a long journey to get down here. And wound up getting a gig at Brown University in the physics department. They were kind of shifting some positions around and responsibilities, and I came at the right time where I could do a position where I was doing a lot of different things. What I do currently as the admin coordinator, I manage undergraduate affairs, I do facilities management, I help out with department management, so like buying supplies and all the ins and outs of what make a department run. I do that. I help coordinate that. I also help manage a weekly colloquium where we have physicists from all over the planet come out to Brown University to talk to faculty, students. Got these crazy different focuses of physics that I didn't even know existed, and like condensed matter and dark matter and high energy theory, and you got experimentalists that I'm conversating with on a daily, and this is what I do, and I've been doing this for 5 months. So after I was trekking down from Boston, I made my way, moved to Providence right before the holidays in December, and been here ever since. And but like I said, this was a temporary gig, and it wound up becoming permanent back in February. So I'm a permanent staff at Brown University, and it was all because I was really hungry in Boston that I picked up a temp gig, and it landed me here. And I'm just so grateful that all the people that I met, the supervisor that I have now that really took a chance on me, to give me a chance to really just show what I can do. And just because I'm in a hard science and I'm coming from a sociological background doesn't mean anything. And I like that because I can kind of geek out on the science stuff for a bit while I'm making connections here at Brown and meeting new people. People here have been really cool. Got into a couple good situations with a diversity initiative that's been going on here at Brown for the past couple of years, but it's kind of picked up speed, actually literally right when I got hired. So had a chance to become a department rep on diversity and inclusion with a couple other of my coworkers, undergraduate representatives, graduate representatives, as well as faculty representatives that are kind of coming together to show how we can not just diversify the physics department, but make it a more inclusive place so that when people who are coming from disadvantaged backgrounds are coming into the physics department, they can feel supported. And this is actually connected to other things that I'm doing on campus too. We have a kind of like a sneak preview event that's happening here at Brown called A Day on College Hill, and I'm helping to support a diversity chat about underrepresented minorities in STEM fields, and so that's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty fortunate to even be involved in this stuff, so I'm just thankful that I've been given this chance to do this. Like I said, get into some things. Was at the first generation or Ivy League first generation conference back at Harvard, so I had a chance to go back to my stomping grounds for a bit and be there as a spectator as well as a supporter and chaperone for first generation students from Brown, and had a chance to kind of see what does it mean to be a first generation student at an Ivy League institution. So seeing students from Yale, Princeton, Cornell, you name it, everyone was there represented. And the cool thing about all of this is that Brown was the first school to put this conference on last year. So I felt kind of giddy just being able to piggyback on what these students have been putting on for the past year and a half to get at administration's coattails, get at the faculty, get at the higher ups to let folks know that students need to be heard, students need to be supported in the way that they see fit, and This summer, they're going to actually have a first generation center, which I'm really proud to see happen. And I think it's rather unique to be able to support the students in another way that I just never really dreamed of. So this reality is dope. And I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. Lexi, you did a great job with yours. I'm still jealous. And I hope you guys enjoy this little spiel. I hope to possibly do this again. And hopefully I get to see some of you guys out in Rhode Island. It's a really cool place. It's slow. It's actually a lot slower than Boston and San Francisco, which I actually really like because being in these metropolitans, everything's going way too fast, and I think I talked to a lot of you guys about how I wanted to slow things down or leave the country and stuff. I still want to do that, but I think I think my path is definitely here at Brown for a bit, and we'll see what happens. Definitely thinking about that PhD, like I was noting. Luckily, Brown is a university that could really support that, so we'll see what happens in the next 4 to 5 years with that. I'm on LinkedIn, so if you guys want to connect with me, definitely do so. I know I said I'm pretty anti-social network. That still hasn't changed, but you can definitely reach me there. And yeah, Brown's the ish. Brown is what makes which it makes my heart pound to know that I'm here. I really have to pinch myself every day to realize that, like, oh my gosh, I'm at this really cool university, and it's not Harvard. Harvard, to be honest, is different. Actually, I'm really happy I left Boston because I was kind of not feeling it for a bit. So, but I'm happy, and we'll see what the next couple of years look like. Whether if I'm in the physics department, Lexi said, something that really rang true about, like, you just gotta get your foot in the door and see what happens after that. I can definitely see myself in this department for at least another 4 years. I want to see these students matriculate, get to where they need to get to, and support them however I can. And so I'll leave it at that. I can see the recording's at 12 minutes and 35 seconds, so I'll stop here. And it's nice and sunny. It's no longer snowing. Thank God. Actually, this is actually probably one of the least, snowing winters. If you guys didn't hear last year, they had like 6 feet of snow, back to back to back, and snow didn't melt until like July. So I guess I got a little more lucky. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hopefully we'll see some more vlogs, and we get a chance to see more of Antonio out at Brown. Peace.